So today is a state holiday, whether you know it or not, or the state knows it or not. It is the first day of deer season with rifle, right? This is a big day. Okay, at least for me, I gotta admit. Maybe you guys don't hunt, and that's perfectly okay. I'm one of those weird people that gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning so I can be out at my place by like 6:45 at the latest, so that whenever 7 o'clock rolls around and it's shooting light, I'm already set, and all those other slow pokes coming out into the woods are going to push the deer right by me. Well, I had no such luck, by the way. I had multiple deer run right by me, but they were moving fast, so they all lived. But I had to laugh. There was one time that I would have had a shot on this big doe, and I don't know where exactly she came in. I have a good guess, but I don't know where because it was about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The sun was shining. I'm all dressed up in my nice warm clothes, and I fell asleep. So I literally wake up, and the doe is quite literally from me to you guys away. And she goes, and I'm like, I'm asleep with my gun like this. I just watched her run away. It wasn't even worth trying to pull up. I fell asleep whenever I should have been staying awake. If I would have stayed awake, my goal for going out would have been able to be accomplished. I would have had the deer. I would have seen her come in. Where I was sitting, I could have seen her, and it was very unlikely that she was going to probably see me. Especially since she didn't spot me until I jerked awake. I probably could have got her. My goal of hunting would have been complete if I had just stayed awake. Spiritually, are you awake or asleep? I think the easiest way to tell whether you're actually awake or asleep spiritually is why you do what you do. Do we just go through the motions? Do I just go to Mass because I always go to Mass? It's Sunday and that's why I'm here. For those who go to daily Mass, do I go to daily Mass because that's what I do? Do I pray at night before I go to bed? Because that's what I've always done, and that's what my parents taught me to do since I was a little kid, and I've kept up the habit. Do I do things solely because it's a habit, or it's what I've always done, or it's what I should do, and so I just keep doing it? Am I going with the flow? Or am I intentional about what I'm doing? I go to Mass because I want to meet God. I pray because I want to talk to God and to grow in relationship with Him. Do I do the things that I do intentionally to grow closer to God and to be prepared for when He comes? Or am I just going through the motions? And going through the motions, while good, and while it helps us, especially in times whenever we might get a little lost or tired, in general, I would say is not enough. Going through the motions, I might argue, is that spiritually we're asleep. We're not truly watching out for God coming into our lives. And when we're asleep, especially spiritually, we'll miss what we went out to do. We won't be able to accomplish it because we're asleep. We're resting. We're not looking and watching with intention and purpose. So, since we have a lot of other stuff going on at this Mass, That's my homily. Be intentional. Be awake. Don't just do things because it's what we've always done. Don't just do things because it's habit. Have a purpose and watch for God coming. He will come in small ways and big ways. We might not have the second coming in our lifetime, but God will come. And the question that he will ask us at the very end of our lives is, were you awake and waiting for me? Or were you asleep?